We are joined now by Kyle Orton, terrorism and national security researcher in London. Kyle, thank you for being with us on the rundown today. Now, it seems something very serious could have just been prevented. I know these are reports right now, but what details do we know as far as the major operation that this could have possibly prevented?
As you say, it's very uncertain at the moment, but it does. 7 of the nationals are Iranian. The other one is unidentified as of yet, but it does seem that, I mean, we also had the report late last year from the head of MI5 that Iran had carried out or attempted to carry out rather 20 attacks back to 2022. So the pieces are kind of in front of you for what has happened, but we do have to await confirmation.
So you're stating that the previous warnings were already there, and this could be some of the warnings of that actually taking place then, but it does certainly show perhaps that at least the UK police, the authorities, are on top of incidences like this. What does it say about the authorities monitoring such situations?
It speaks well of them, for a start, but it also has we don't know yet if they had a tip-off from abroad, which is, and I shouldn't be coy about this, I mean, the tip-off could easily have come from Israel, which seems to have significantly paralyzed the foreign apparatus of the IRGC in the last 5, 10 years. And Israel provides a lot of tips for European states that have foiled Iranian plots in the past.
Well, Kyle, you talk about the different Iranian plots and possibly what we've seen even inside the United Kingdom. I know we don't know the details, and we don't want to skepticize anything that happened as far as this specific incident, but can it allude to any sort of Iranian influence inside the United Kingdom? What are we seeing right now as far as that Iranian influence inside the UK?
There is very definitely Iranian influence in Britain. I probably should say one step back is that this is not, if this does turn out to be as it looks like the IRGC, that wouldn't be very unusual. I mean, the Iranians have a global campaign against Jewish targets from the Buenos Aires embassy and the Jewish Center in '92 and '94. So this is just what Iran does. So if it turns out they've done it here, that would be quite normal in inverted commas. As to in Britain, yes, Iran has mosques, institutions, charities that are all very much on its payroll and actually operated usually by its agents. But we know already that Iranians were involved in some of these protests that have gone on. I mean, this has been publicly stated by Britain's security services since 2023. So yes, that would be the next stage. And if actually they designate the IRGC finally in Britain, it probably would help to clean up some of that, because it's quite hard at the moment to close down charities particularly, but obviously other religious institutions. They have a certain veneer of protection under free speech laws and things which are generally quite good, but they can be abused if they're used by terrorist actors.
So it's more details that we have to follow up on this, but seems possibly the details might not be surprising. Kyle Orton joining us from London. Thank you for this analysis.
Thank you.